What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I got something special for you today for Gamer Talk. I got a game room tour. So stay tuned. Game room tour coming up. Alright, guys and gals, here's my gaming setup for my retro area. This is where I play a lot of my older games that require the CRT TV. So I've got a Philips CRT TV right here. It's actually very, very useful. Put some stuff on it. Inputs, of course. It does actually have component input as well. I don't have anything in the component input right now. Also has S-Video as well, which I have mainly for the systems right down here. You can see I got my Nintendo, GameCube, Super Nintendo, my Sega Genesis right there. Actually, I'm going to open this up. There we go. That's a little better there. My Sega Genesis, my Iron Man sticker on it. I got my random stickers on my Nintendo too. My Nintendo, GameCube, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, N64, Sega Dreamcast, and on top of my VHS player, I've got my PlayStation 2 Slim. You can kind of see it out here. Pull it out a little bit more. There it is. You know, it's pretty good. I love the PlayStation 2 Slim. It's very useful. PlayStation 2 covers my PlayStation 1 games as well, which I don't actually have much of. If you look over here, you'll see how I got everything run. I got everything running through this this Panlang video audio switch here. Very useful. Could hold up to 8, which I don't have in right now. I probably have like 6 or 7 in there right now. But I also store a lot of games in this thing right here. These things are the greatest. So I got this from like Target for like $5, and it's fantastic. Here's Thor, by the way. That's my cat. My cat Thor. Hi, Thor. So here we go. NES games here. Few of I got the boxed Turtles game, Ninja Turtles arcade game. Now, I can go more in depth on some of these games eventually, but this is just some of the games I've got. There's some of my NES games right there. If I go down to this one right here, this is I got some 64 games. I really need end labels for them because they do not have end labels. A couple Dreamcast games, Final Fantasy Star, Grand Theft Auto 2, Crazy Taxi, Spec Ops. Those are a couple of my Dreamcast games I've got. I don't have too many right now. PlayStation games, a couple Master System games as well. Not much in there right now. And the bottom level here, we've got move some extra stuff here. This is my Super Nintendo games up here. With, of course, Castlevania 4. Yes, everyone loves Castlevania 4. But yeah. Here's my Super Nintendo games right here. I've also got, of course, the Super Game Boy with Pokemon loaded into it. I mean, what else would you have loaded in, right? Let's see. Game Genie for Super Nintendo. My Game Boy Color. I got a couple of my Game Boy games in there, but some of my Game Boy games are somewhere else right now. But if we go up here, I have a couple of my original systems. So these are the originals from when I was a kid. So this NES right here and this Sega Genesis, this was my Sega Genesis when I was a kid. It has since stopped to work. I cannot get it working anymore, unfortunately. So my original Sega Genesis does not work anymore. But underneath it, I have a lot of my games for Sega Genesis. These are just my carts for Sega Genesis right now. I don't really have too much else. Here we go. What this is actually a tape container, a storage unit for, cassette tapes. So if you're old enough, you know what cassette tapes are. They're actually really kind of the same size as a cartridge for Sega Genesis, so I just put those in there. I got that idea from a great YouTuber called Teddy Rupskin. Great YouTuber, great Genesis YouTuber too. So put my 16-bit Genesis up there. All right. Down here, I got some of my PS2 games. Right there. Honestly, I lost a lot of my PS2 games, and I have just a few extras right now. My original Xbox collection right here. It's original Xbox games. whole bunch of different ones. If I go down here, I got my Wii and my Wii U games. I only have a couple Wii U games right now, but that's my Wii games there. My NES and SNES Classic boxes. And GameCube games. Yeah, those are my GameCube games right there. Not much for GameCube. I never really had GameCube as a kid, so I want to show you guys one more section over here. So if we go back to the awesome entertainment center here, open it up and go to the drawers, you'll see my boxed Genesis collection here. So this is some of my boxed Genesis games. Very nice. But one of the best deals in here is this one right here. Awesome deal. Right there. Golden Axe, Sonic. Oh, yeah. Fantastic collection right there. I got a couple games I don't really like too much back here. I got like Young Indiana Jones, The Incredible Hulk. I have the Shaq Fu, of course. In box. Complete. Gotta have Shaq Fu. Let's see. Sega Master System, Sega card, and a couple extra boxes I've got. And down here, I've got controllers. Controllers for most things. N64, PS2, Super Nintendo, my Genesis 6 button, my Genesis 3 button, my Genesis Mega Fire, which is a turbo. This is God of War on PS2 because I'm playing that right now on PS2. My Zapper, my NES, GameCube, Dreamcast. That's what those controllers are. And that's my main retro gaming setup right now. So back up a little bit, show you guys. So that's kind of my retro gaming setup at the moment, is about just this right now. It's coming along. I recently moved, so I don't have everything out, but this is my current game room area. It's kind of like a gaming nook. I'll back up a little bit more so you guys can see. It's pretty much the dining room of my apartment. I converted into a mini game room for myself for retro games. So, yeah, so that's my retro game center. Next up, I'm going to be doing my where I play my modern games. So let's go take a look where I do my modern games. All right, so this is where I do my modern gaming. I've got a 49-inch 4K TV. I got my Xbox One, of course, customized with a wolf symbol, of course. Just an original Xbox One, 500 gigabyte. I do have in the back here, if you see that green thing there, the green thing is actually a 2 gigabyte hard drive for it. And here is my almighty PlayStation 4 Pro, which I probably play the most. So I got my PS4 Pro controller right there, ready to go. And those are some of my main modern gamings. And of course, if you go down here, open up this, we've got my Xbox 360 and my PS3. Honestly, my favorite PS3 setup is this one. This is amazing because you got this right here. Right there. No disk feeding system. It loads right on top. Very reliable. Very good. Love that version of PS3. Like one of the last versions they came out with. I love it. There's my SNES and NES classics. Everything is hooked up. Not perfectly at the moment, but yeah. I got my 360, my PS3, my SNES, and NES Classics. Eventually, the Genesis Classic will go there as well, of course. Right next to it, I've got some of my 360 games. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure they look good. Some of my 360 games with my controllers. So, Xbox 360 controller and Xbox One controller. And, just some of my Xbox 360 games right there. If you go to the other side of my TV, actually, you'll see I've got right here, I got my PS3 games and more 360 games. So I played a lot of Xbox 360 mainly. That was my main system during that generation for sure. A lot of 360 games. Yeah, about the Connectimals. Connectables, yeah. If you watch my other channel, my coaster channel, I actually have another YouTube channel about roller coasters. But my girlfriend, her name is the Tiger. I'm the wolf. She's the Tiger. She loves this game, so that's why I have it. Back there. All right. Around this nook right here, I've got some of my modern games. I think my cat just knocked this over. So, yeah, so that's great. Cat just knocked that over. Give me a second here. Sorry, guys. I had to adjust that real quick. There you go. See? That's my PS4. Xbox One games. and a few controllers and stuff as well. Extra 360 controller, SNES Classic and NES Classic controllers. So that's, yeah. That is my modern gaming setup right there. It's got my couch right there. Modern gaming setup and an empty wall. This wall's empty because, again, I just moved. So, yeah, gaming center first, of course. So that's my current gaming setup. I've got my main gaming center right there. And my retro gaming center right here. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this game room kind of tour I gave you guys. I'll talk about it a little bit more on the podcast coming up real soon. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, game with the wolf. Yeah.